postpartum for your connective tissue and ligaments to regain their elasticity and tone that they had pre-pregnancy. And if you're breastfeeding, your body stays in a perpetual state of pregnancy, right? So when you're breastfeeding, your body continues to produce the same hormones at a level that it did when you were pregnant. So if you're someone who breastfeeds, then you don't return to your pre-pregnancy state with regard to your connective tissue for 3 months after you're done breastfeeding. So let's say you breastfeed for 9 months. It's not until 12 months that your body actually starts to come back into pre-pregnancy ability, right? And I'm not saying you just snap back into your original alignment, but that's when your body is actually able to receive those changes. So somehow there's been a myth in this country that 6 weeks is the time that we're ready to re-engage fitness. I'm sure you've all heard that, right?
Yeah.
You get your clearance at 6 weeks, maybe longer if you had a C-section. That 6-week period is crucial, and generally speaking, for most people, you return to some connectivity after 6 weeks. But like I said, if we're talking about full restoration, the duration is much longer. And that's just one example. Another major example, which is why I think many of us are here, and it was in the title of the workshop, is the idea that your core musculature, it pretty much dissipates. Not pretty much, it does. So if you think about what happens as the baby expands, you have your, I wish I had like a PowerPoint. You have your rectus abdominals, which are the six-pack muscles, and they run superficially right here down the front, right? So they're the ones we're the most familiar with. And they're supported by what's called the linea alba, which is this connective tissue that runs behind them. Okay, so just try to visualize that. That's your linea alba. It's a tendon. Tendons are very elastic. And the six-pack muscles are right on top of the linea alba. As you progress through your pregnancy, just think of what's going to happen. You're stretching your linea alba, and your rectus muscles go off to the side, right? Hi. So your six-pack muscles actually move while you're pregnant. They come over here. Meanwhile, under that, we do have to visualize, so I use myself. Under the six-pack muscles, rectus abdominals, under the linea alba, is what's called your transverse abdominal, which will be our major focus today. That muscle runs from under the rib cage and around to about your side body and all the way down to below the belly button. Those muscle fibers are horizontal, okay? And that's why it's often referred to as the corset muscle, because of the way it runs around your system. Now, that becomes extremely weak during pregnancy because, as you can imagine, you're pressing, this baby is growing, it's becoming bigger. So as your belly grows, two particular deep core muscles, your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominal, they get droopy, for lack of a better scientific word. They lose their tone, and that's because you're not using them when you're pregnant. Now, that's not today's focus, but if this was a pregnancy group, we could actually be talking about ways to still continue to tone those muscles during pregnancy. That's a different workshop. But again, I think that falls under the guise of a lack of information available to women with regard to how to tone and exercise the deep core even during pregnancy, which would go a long way with regard to post-pregnancy and getting this education and repatterning your body. The first thing that we like to do is to focus on breath. What happens over time, and especially when you're pregnant, is that because your diaphragm gets constricted, right? So you grow bigger, your diaphragm gets constricted, and your breath starts to be much more shallow. So, and you probably noticed when you were in your 7th, 8th, 9th month, your breathing was more, right? Maybe like you had just gone upstairs. And that's partially physiological. And it's also maybe because you're not spending your time thinking about it. Well, that pattern continues as you go on in your life where your focus is no longer on your breath and how to breathe. So we like to talk about ways, right from the beginning of reconnecting with your breath and focusing for yourself on when you breathe, what happens for you. Breath should not be located just in your belly or just in the upper portion of your rib cage. You want to see breath in yourself as being sides of your body, right? Even a little bit in the back of the body, lower abdomen, and up into your chest, right? So just just for a few moments here, just think about your breath and find it. So on your inhale, it's not just about filling the lungs to capacity or filling your chest. You want to try to feel the entirety of your center on your inhale. So just for yourself, take a deep breath in and see what you notice. I like to close my eyes also. It helps me just get interference. So